Hey YouTube, back at it. Another paint job on the block. 1966 Chevy C10 pickup truck. Little sticker kit. Use some of that stuff. We're using some polycarbonate, pearl white, and mustard yellow. This will be for off one crawler Los. And he gave me free will to do what I want. So stay tuned. Check it out. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna lay down some protective tape in here. I'm gonna lay down a pattern, but I'm gonna do it on the inside, of course. And I'll put some photos up on the video of this process. A little tricky when you're doing it from the inside, as you guys all know. So we'll see how this comes out. Again, 1966 Chevy C10. They don't make them like they used to, that's for sure. Okay, so we're back at it. So what I did, I ran some body lines and some patterns that I want to lay down for this paint scheme. I did them on the outside because what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use my airbrush and I'm going to use those outside lines, do a little shadowing on those lines first. So we'll see how it comes out. I got my mixture of paint and the airbrush ready to go. I'm gonna do a little shadow lines where you get natural shades in the paint. Try to highlight other parts of the you know, different parts of the body. And yeah, we'll check it out and we'll go ahead and get this thing sprayed up. And first things first, before you paint anything, make sure you keep wiping this. Keep out any fingerprints. All right, stay tuned. All right, got my black set up. I'm running about, I don't know, 12 PSI. As you can see, it's running thin little shadow lines. Oh, I'm sorry, you couldn't see that. See, get your gun. Always keep a little tester rag. See that little black shade it leaves? See that? That's what we're trying to add. Okay, so my workbench is a mess right now, but I'm gonna try to do this real quick. Let's start off by adding a little shading. A little shade on the door panel lines, like what separates the front fender from the door. A little napkin. Can you guys see that? Am I in there? Yeah, you can see that. All right. Tester. All right. Go big or go home. Remember, like I said in the last video, you don't achieve the look you're going for on the first pass with the airbrush. This stuff is super thin, watery. You know, you got to take your time, build it up with coats. You can't see it much, but oh, actually you can see that pretty good. See how I just dusted that line? That's all we're going for. Let's do the back part of the door. Go. A little dusting all the way up. All right, can you see that? Yep, you can see that too. All right. Now we got to do the top. Now, mind you, it's kind of hard fitting the airbrush in here, but I'm trying to do my best here. Okay. Remember, I'm spraying super light. I'm barely pulling back on the trigger. I'm just trying to add a little shadow. And like I said, don't put too much paint in one spot. Okay, let's see how that looks. Let's flip it over. It's super light. but it's just enough to give you that definition of the different surfaces there. Okay, time to do the other side. It's always good to run a pre-check. Okay, see we're blowing ink. Okay. You guys see that? A little hard there, but going in. Okay. Once you get the feel of the trigger down on your own personal guns, then you go through what I go through, and that's trying to speed it up. You get a little bit more familiar with the trigger pull of your gun, and it all depends on how you set it up. I like my paint, you know, a little watery, but still not transparent like water. I run it a little, you know, they say mix it like milk. I run it like a non-fat milk. I just think it flows better, and you have less chance of not having the mixture right and it being too thick and splatting out. And when it starts splatting out, that means you mix your paint too thick. You gotta run it thinner. And splats, I'll tell you from experience, can really ruin your paint job. Okay, if I could just get that there. Okay. It's really hard to see this because I'm shooting through the clear very light. Like I'm barely putting any paint in there to notice a line. Okay. Got a little bit of black going everywhere. So let's see. If I put it up through the light, move the camera, but okay. All right. Let that one dry. We'll do the tailgate next. Now the tailgate, 66 tailgate, it's got them pockets in here. See those? Those are really hard to get with paint. We did one before, you guys seen it. Couldn't see it up close, but it had a couple little holidays, we call them, in there that were super annoying. Try not to do them this time. A little one under there. On this side. Okay. And all this technique really does, and some of you guys might not like to use it, but you know, this car was from '66, so I wanted to show the age on the paint. We don't want to paint a rig and have it looking all beautiful, and you know, and then when it scratches, we're like, ah. You know, let's just start it off looking authentic and then scratch it. Okay. One more side over here. Once you start passing over a couple times, you start seeing your line.
It's starting to get darker in front of you as you're going. It's probably hard to see on the camera right now, but I could see the line starting to really take shape.
Okay.
That side looked a little darker. Hit this one more. Okay. Hit that belt line that we're putting in and the hood. Under the back window. In the corners.
Down a little bit already for the start.
Okay. One more, and then I think I better call it.
Okay. A little up onto the front right there too. Don't forget about that. It's a dark spot on the car. Alright, you guys see that now? Yeah, you guys can see that. There you go, now you can see it. Alright, and you see that starting to ghost in there. Starting to see the ghost of the body. There you go. Okay, always look at it. Look at it. Make sure, you know, if you want, you kind of flare in the wheel wells a little bit. Throw a little dark edge in the paint around there too. Maybe I'll do that at the bottom. When you're doing this, try to get more of the paint on the side you're cutting out. That way it kind of just fades up into the part you're going to keep. You know, not too much you want going up there. Okay. Do the bottom of the chin right there. Alright, feeling okay with that one. What do you guys think? Post a comment. Let me know if you think I'm doing it wrong, doing it right, if you like it, dislike it, throw it in the garbage. Let me know. I like feedback. Alright. Let's finish up this guy. You can see this guy's pretty clear. Needs a little more. Okay. Wheel well. Oops, splat my thumbnail. A little dark on that side. I'm gonna catch up over here. Okay, so example A, perfect timing for you guys. See right here? Got a little excited. I went too heavy. Right there, the paint starts blotching up like that. Well, I'm not gonna wipe it because then that's gonna ruin it. So, got an idea for what we'll do with this part of the body on the outside. You know what happens here? Rust. You know what I'm saying? All right. More back here into the back badge, tailgate. Call this, I don't know, antiquing. I don't know what we'll call this trick, but I'm sure somebody's done it. All right, stay tuned.